and thank you for watching Girl Talk with Jillian. On the business segment, today I will be interviewing a very quintessential woman who is full of many accomplishments. And some of those accomplishments range from being the author of her book, Faux Pas to Fabulous. Also, she is the founder of the Model Cats Etiquette program. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Miss Inga Watkins. Thank you so much for being a part of today's show.
Thank you for having me. It's great being here.
No problem. So tell me, what is your book, Faux Pas to Fabulous, about?
So my book, Faux Pas to Fabulous, is an etiquette book.
Very nice.
And faux pas, as you know, means false step.
Okay.
It's taken from the French, and a false step is a mistake. So I'm hoping that my book will take you from making the mistakes, the social mistakes, to being fabulous.
Absolutely.
And I look at it as a guidebook.
Oh, sure is. So tell me, what are some everyday faux pas that you help women correct by reading your book?
Oh, yes. I think that some of the major faux pas would be dining etiquette.
Oh,
how people sit down and immediately, what do? They take out their telephone. So they sit down. Have you ever gone out to eat with someone and they get on their telephone and they're texting away? It's like, hello, over here, you know?
No, me? I get up and I leave.
Absolutely. So that's one of the major faux pas that we have to deal with in society. The other are clothing, attire, the way we women sometimes dress. You know, what's cute on your friend may not be cute on you.
Right.
So dressing and working your style and your body type is so important.
Definitely.
I think another major one is introductions and how we meet and greet other people.
Absolutely.
I mean, have you ever gotten that dead fish handshake? You say hello and the eyes are down here. And, you know, so those are some basics that I like to enforce in my workshops. I really think it's important that we first of all know how to dress for our perfectly, and not even, there's no such thing as really perfect, but appropriately and fashionably and comfortably for our body type.
Absolutely.
Knowing how to introduce yourself and shake someone's hand and make eye contact. And then sitting down to eat and knowing, you know, what fork to use, to not put anything else on the table, keep your elbows off the table. Some of the basics that grandma taught us.
Absolutely.
They've kind of been lost on this generation. So I'm hoping to bring this dying art back.
Absolutely.
Because it is so relevant.
It is very relevant. And in your Model Cat Etiquette program, you're producing a cotillion which covers these fundamentals.
Absolutely. It covers the fundamentals. It includes also formal dance lessons. It really, I think a lot of people think of etiquette and they think, oh my gosh, someone's going to make me sit up like this and someone's going to hit me on the knuckles with the, you know, or someone is going to be boring, and it's so much fun. It is so much fun. The kids all get together, they connect with each other, they build new friendships, they learn these social graces in a fun way, an interactive way.
Absolutely.
It's not a stiff, boring class. It's life application where we do exercises and fun skits and different activities where they get to hands-on play out these scenes of do's and don'ts.
Yes.
You know, appropriate and inappropriate. And they're learning while they're having fun.
That's great. That's very great. How do you set yourself apart as a female entrepreneur?
So I think that we all learn from each other. And I think that I have wonderful examples of female entrepreneurs who've come before me. I look at people from the small business owner to companies that have grown and developed. And I think always surrounding yourself with women from all areas who are doing something they love. And I think that it has a wonderful impression on me to just see and watch other people in their businesses. I love to connect with other women who are building something from the ground up.
Absolutely.
And I think it's just an inspiration to see that.
Definitely. And so in this generation, with your book being published, you see a high demand for etiquette in this generation?
I see a high demand. I really have to say that a lot of schools and organizations and clubs are very interested in bringing my program into their schools or their club, or their organization.
That's great.
And I think it's making a comeback, so to speak. I think that people are starting to see the importance of what's lost. You know those manners that grandma taught you? You know, there was a little time here, I feel, in our society that they kind of, died.
It did.
They were not important to a whole, maybe generation of people. But now I think people see the importance. I mean, our most important skills are our skills in socialization.
Right.
Our most important skills are how we interact with others.
Absolutely.
And people learn a lot about us, and we tell a big story by the way we speak and by the way we eat.
Definitely.
Those are two significant indicators of who you are.
They
And
are.
how well-mannered or how poorly mannered you are. So those are the major indicators, how we speak and how we eat.
Absolutely. And being that you've gotten your program into many schools locally and also on higher levels, how do you go about networking, effective networking?
It's interesting that I think that so many of my clientele comes from word of mouth.
Oh, wow.
It really does. Or it comes from, let's say I've done a workshop for a group. I did a wonderful workshop last weekend.
Oh, wow.
For a new not-for-profit organization in Harlem, and they had a fantastic event called an ice cream social.
Oh, wow. What
And
was
so
that about?
Fantastic. They had some breakaway panels, and one of the panels was dining etiquette, and they brought me in to do that.
That's great.
And it was a great afternoon where the girls got to have lunch, go to the breakaway panels, and then go and have ice cream and make these sundaes and just dance and have a DJ.
Wow.
It was fantastic. And so from that, then I get other people who are there coming up. I would love for you to come to my school. I would love you to speak at my program. And so it kind of grows and kind of builds from one session, builds onto the next.
That's
word of
beautiful.
mouth. And that position, that workshop came to me from Facebook.
Oh,
One of my contacts reached out and said, I know someone that's looking for an etiquette person. I thought of you.
Wow.
So it's just, it kind of speaks for itself. But in addition to the word of mouth and the networking, I do obviously mailings and email blasts, Facebook. I do some advertising in some of the local Westchester papers.
Okay.
So I'm always reaching out to expand. I have ads running in a few startup magazines that are happening that are in Westchester County.
That's incredible.
So yes, so I put my advertisements in there, and hoping to eventually do television and radio.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
you definitely have a lot
to reach a
offer.
larger audience.
Definitely. Tell me, what do you think are 3 top skills that you believe every entrepreneur should possess to be successful?
I think,
because like with what you do, like you said, your passion is a major
Absolutely.
factor
Absolutely.
into striving for success. But also, like, you can have the passion, but let's say you don't possess certain skills.
oh, interesting.
Yes. What skills do you think are essential
So
to
in
success?
addition to your passion, you need drive and determination, right? Because you could be passionate about something and then have no kind of order, you're not organized, you have no drive to get started.
Right.
So you might only talk and talk and talk about what you like to do, but you have to have some drive and determination. You have to. You also have to network. You have to have the skills and the interest and the ability to talk to people.
Absolutely.
And that's what networking is.
It is.
It's talking to people. So if you don't like anyone, or if you're not comfortable networking, then you're kind of going to be this person on an island by yourself.
Absolutely.
So drive and determination, networking skills, and obviously the passion.
The passion. Absolutely.
Obviously the passion.
Definitely. So how can people purchase your book, Faux Pas to Fabulous?
Yes.
Because
So Faux Pas to Fabulous is available directly through me. You can go to my website at modelket.com. And it's also available at Harmony Designs, which is a wonderful interior design store in Mount Vernon, New York.
very nice.
And it is available on site at the store there.
That's great. And let's show them this beautiful
Wonderful.
book.
Of course.
Do you see this, ladies and gentlemen? This is Miss Inga Watkins, and this is her published book, Faux Pas to Fabulous, an insider's manners guide to help you go from making missteps to being socially savvy. And we all want to be socially savvy, especially in this generation. We have to remind these kids that being socially savvy and fabulous is what's in, not being
Absolutely.
ratchet, as they would say.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so yes, thank you so much, Miss Watkins, for being a part of
This
today's
has been
show.
such a pleasure.
Same
Thank
here.
you so much for having me.
You're welcome, and as a token of my appreciation,
That is so.
I just would like to present you with
Thank
this
you
gift.
so much.
You're
That
so
is
welcome.
so wonderful. I appreciate it so
You
much.
are absolutely welcome.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.